Hello everyone, my name is Lin Jiameng. I'm from Beijing Wuzi University. I'm studying for the master degree of industrial economics. Today, the paper I'm presenting is titled The Impact of Digital Economy Development on Resident Consumption. So let's start. This paper is my work with my advisor, Professor Huang Yuting. It has 8 parts. I'm going to give you a brief introduction about this paper now. As we know, the digital economy has become the main economic form currently, and in the 14th four-year Digital Economy Development Plan, China will further improve the governance system of the digital economy, and by 2025, we'll move towards a comprehensive expansion period. Meanwhile, as one of the 3 main driving forces of the national economy, consumption is an important link in social reproduction. Therefore, the development of the digital economy's impact on residents' consumption is a worthy topic for in-depth study. Furthermore, this topic's research has certain practical significance as well. In recent years, a number of theoretical and empirical studies have been conducted from the perspective of internet development and e-commerce on issues such as consumption level, urban-rural consumption gap, and consumption upgrading, finding a significant positive relationship between the two and providing detailed arguments for the consumption-related issues. However, little literature has been written from the digital economist perspective or verified the influence mechanism of the digital economy on residents' consumption. The main questions of the study are these 3. The first one is, can the digital economy promote residents' consumption level? The next one is, what are the ways through which the digital economy affects the consumption level of residents? The last one is, what kind of impact does the digital economy's development have on the structure of residents' consumption? Based on the previous literature, we give our hypothesis. The first one is the digital economy's development will contribute to an increase in residential consumption. The next one is the digital economy will have different effects on the consumption of residents with different household registration, region, educational level, and income level. Also, in this paper, we examine 3 ways like how the digital economy affects the level of consumption. Here's our conclusion. We find 3 ways, which are social capital, human capital, and income effect. So here's how we started. First, we use the broadband China policy as a natural experiment of the digital economy. This policy was released on 2013. Then we use the 2010 and 2014 China household tracking survey data. This data has various samples, so it's really representative. Then we use the DID regression method. Here's our basic model. Here's the Y represents total consumer spending, and the DID part is the trade plus time. Also, we add many related control variables. Here's our empirical analysis. After we gradually adding this control variables from different levels, like from family level, personal level, or provincial level, we can see the result is still significantly positive, which just prove the hypothesis 1 is correct. Then we did some heterogeneity analysis. Like according to the household registration, we divide them into urban and rural group. And also according to the region they're from, we divided them into 3 groups, which is East, Central, and West. Meanwhile, we also did our other examination, like when we divide them into 3 groups by educational level and divide divided them into 5 parts according to the income. So here's our result. Later, we just examine the mechanism. As I said before, we find 3 ways like how the digital economy affects the level of consumption. Here's the result. In order to make our results more accurate, we also did some other robust tests like parallel trend test or substitution of the main variables, and we also did PSMI DID. The result of them are all positive. Later, we did some further research on the impact of digital economy development on the consumption structure of residents. Many scholars, they divided consumption into 2 parts, with its subsistence consumption, which include clothing, food, and housing, and the other one is development and enjoyment consumption, which has daily necessities, healthcare, transportation and communication, cultural education, and entertainment, and other consumption. So according to these different categories, we did the regression again. Here's our result. And we can see the food and dress and EEC, their house, they're all significantly positive. So here's our conclusion and discussion. From our research, we find that the development of the digital economy has a significant positive effect on residents' consumption, mainly through 3 paths: social capital, human capital, and income effect. The examination of heterogeneity reveals that the central region urban resident, the middle and high education level, and the middle income group are the main beneficiaries of the digital economy's promotion of consumption. And the further study finds that the digital economy's impact on residents' consumption is concentrated on subsistence consumption. So according to this result, we give our policy suggestions, like first, further strengthen the construction of relevant network and information infrastructure in rural areas. The next one is the government should avoid a one-size-fits-all approach when formulating relevant digital policies. The last one is the government department should actively promote the promotion of the digital economy for various consumption. So basically, that's all about this paper. Thanks you for your listening.